Welcome to this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. On today's program, we're coming to you from a very special venue, talking about a very special 2016-17 schedule. We're talking about the Suffolk Center for Cultural Arts. Want to find out all that's in store over the next year? Stay tuned. Welcome back to On the Scene. Again, we're coming to you from the Suffolk Center for Cultural Arts. Two very special guests with us today to talk about the exciting 2016-2017 schedule here at the Suffolk Center. And joining us today, we have Jackie Cherry, the Executive Director, and Sandy Hart, who's the Gallery Coordinator and the Manager of Jester's Gift Shop. And we'll have a chance to talk about a lot of things on today's program. Ladies, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Well, when we talk about the 16-17 schedule, and it's pretty packed here, a lot of variety, a multitude of offerings. What's a good way to kind of sum it up and get people to think those are things we're going to be taking part in?
Well, actually, Tim, and thank you for being here today, of
Sure.
course. We love having you and sharing all the opportunities that we have here at the center. But late last year, we actually did a survey, and it was to the patrons that were here and also on our eBlast and so forth website. And we really wanted to tune in to what the community wanted. So we took that and ran with it. So that's what you're seeing this year in the whole plan for the year. We actually kicked off in September with a salute to the military, which we are very prominent, of course, in this market with the military. And there's so many wonderful things that we had, including a exhibit in the galleries here. We had wonderful speakers come in, we had military bands, and the full month was free and open to the public, which again was back to the survey and what the community wanted.
Right. And I think it really speaks to the diversity of offerings you have here because, again, you're tapping into what the community wants, which, again, is a win-win for everybody.
Absolutely.
And also the fact that really people might think, well, you know, I went to a show there before or a performance or a speaker or whatever, but let's see what they have. And I think if you look at what you have for 16-17, it's probably as diverse as it's ever been, quite frankly, with the different types of events and things happening. So with that being said, we've set it up, so now let's deliver on that, and let's talk about what's happening kind of October forward here at the Suffolk Center.
Sandy, a gallery opening?
We do. We have a gallery opening, an exhibit opening next Thursday, and the opening is from 5:30 to 7:30. This will be My Favorite Things by Charlotte Chan.
Okay.
Charlotte is a watercolor acrylic artist from the Blacksburg area, and this will be her first showing in the Tidewater section of Virginia. She does beautiful, large-scale watercolors, and we're excited to have her here. And this exhibit will run through December 22nd.
Now, I know with the exhibits and the galleries here, typically those are open to the public really as long as the center's open. Is that correct?
The galleries are open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 4, and they are free. Admission is free, and we encourage people to come and see this gorgeous exhibit.
Very good. How did you make the connection with the artist?
We actually had a board member who was familiar with her work, and we contacted her, and at first the distance was something she was concerned about, but she agreed to do this show, and she, I think, is as excited about it as we are now.
Very good, very good. Something to look forward to, again, starting out very early in October. So what comes next?
Next, October 27th, that's going to be on a Thursday evening. We're doing a program which is a partnership, which again is something that we do here quite often at the center. But this is with Centera Neurological Group, and it's Dr. Kamali. He will be here as well as a pianist, and she is from Paris. And it'll be a 90-minute program, and it's part of the lecture series. And it's very interactive, if you would. Kamali is marvelous at this. But it ties in what music means in terms of medicine, what it can do for you, your health and well-being. And it's a terrific program, and once again, it's free and open to the public. So we really want folks to come out and participate in this because the mental health, the physical health, and all that goes behind it will be shared with everyone, and you can be at home and enjoy those qualities that music brings to the world.
How does the music integrate with the speech? I mean, is it integrated, or is it more of examples of, or is it accompaniment, or how does that kind of fit together for that type of performance?
Well, my understanding, this is the first time we have done it here, is there will be a lecture portion of it, and then a full hour of concert with this pianist who is world-renowned.
Very good. And again, the date on that?
Is the 27th. It's a Thursday evening. It's a 90-minute program, and it starts at 7.
And again, You did say it was free, correct?
I did indeed.
But you need tickets, is that correct as well?
Yes.
You want to kind of, so we know how many are?
Yes,
Yeah.
because there'll be a little reception beforehand,
Okay.
so we'd like to gauge our numbers a little bit.
Of course, want to know who's coming, and we're very good. So again, what's next? And again, I'm going to say that a lot because there's a lot to cover here. And again, we have a limited amount of time, but we're trying to get everything in, so we got a multitude of things. And is it, I believe you have something in November, is that correct?
Yes.
Eagles themed music?
It is not themed, it is Eagles music.
Is it right?
It is
Yes.
absolutely Eagles music. It's a review of the Eagles program. It's definitely rock and roll.
Right.
It's the latest, greatest. They've been headlining everywhere. We're fortunate enough to have a sponsor here locally, Duke Automotive.
Very good.
Who's so supportive of the center and the community, as you well know.
Right.
It's going to be a fun night. It's a Saturday evening, starts at 8 o'clock, and tickets are available.
And of course, when you talk about the Eagles, I mean, we talk about hit after hit after hit after hit. I mean, again, you have Hotel California, Take It Easy, Desperado, just three off the top of my head that I'm doing a little research for this. But I mean, this is music that has stood the test of time, and we're not talking about that much time, but nonetheless, I mean, 1970s forward, I mean, really, where they really became big and brought a lot to American music, and again, it's going to be performed. Now, the band is what, the Seven Bridges Band, is that correct?
Seven Bridges.
Okay, now, and where are these guys from?
It's a national touring
It
group.
is, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
no, it's a national touring
Okay.
group, top shelf. And
Very
I don't
good.
think anybody will be disappointed in this one.
Again, that is going to be Saturday, November 12th. Again, something to look forward to there. So again, I know we kind of start getting into November. And of course, with that, we start thinking holidays. So I know we kind of get into some holiday-themed things. So kind of, I don't know if that's what we're going to jump off with first, but you have an interesting performance coming up in early December featuring or talking about the Wright brothers.
Yes.
And I think that's an interesting thing. Again, we're in Virginia, not too far away from Kitty Hawk and everything that kind of happened there. But let's talk a little bit about that performance.
It really is an educational musical. And actually, we're doing 3 shows.
Okay.
The first 2 will be for our public school system.
Right.
It ties in with the SOLs, and again, it's part of what we do here at the center. It's education, education, education.
Right.
We'll have 1,000 kids come through for that
Wow.
program over the 3 shows. We have a matinee for the public, which is a noon event here
Okay.
at the center.
Okay. And then really the next day, right, you have something coming up. That was December 2nd, I believe, with the Wright brothers performance. And it's the story of Wilbur and Orville. And again, December 3rd, A Tennessee Christmas, correct?
That's going to be the feel good, be here, get
Right.
into the mode.
Sure.
It's Christmas season.
Correct.
Chad Atkins, who is an old time, if you would, country performer out of Nashville. It's his niece, who's one of the folks that are going to be here. And then
Right.
Floyd Kramer, who was a pianist, his grandson, Jason, does his music as well. And we used to call it black notes on the piano, but they're skip notes or whatever.
Right.
It's a different sound and it's a different
Yes.
beat. It's a different mode. It's fabulous, and we are really looking forward to that. It will get you into the spirit.
And I think that's the good thing. Again, we're starting out early. Again, it's never too early to think Christmas, I think, especially in some people's minds. It actually starts in July in some heads. December 10th, you have, again, a partnership there, and I believe that's with the Division of Tourism. December 10th, also the day of the Suffolk Holiday Parade.
Yes.
So again, we always like to connect up and make it a real full day of events here in the downtown area of Suffolk. But again, it's going to be a special showing of a very special movie.
Yes, it is a Disney picture, Dory, Finding Dory,
Right.
and it is a partnership with tourism here in
Right.
Suffolk. And I've got to tell you, we've had such good relationships with those folks throughout the year,
Right.
and this is just another good example. And that movie will be free and open to the public. So when you come down to take care of all the activities
Sure.
in the city, this is just one more thing you can bring the children to and have a good day.
And do we know the time on that event? Because I know the parade's at night. So again, it's a way to kind of make it a day of an event right here.
And that's the whole idea of it.
Exactly.
And I will confirm that time, and I think it is 2 o'clock.
Okay.
It is 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, good deal. So again, a great way to kind of, you can have lunch, whether you come here to Mosaic, or if you want to possibly frequent another restaurant in the downtown area, you can kind of kick it off with that, then go to the movie, again, free, right here at the Suffolk Center.
Absolutely.
And this is a very unique venue to have movies, isn't it?
It is. It's wonderful,
Right,
actually.
yeah.
And we do it quite often.
Yes.
I think this is our 3rd one in the last couple of months that we've done here at the center. As including documentaries and that
Correct,
sort of thing,
right.
which is a wonderful venue for that.
I mean, it's a beautiful setting, and again, you have the seating for it. I mean, we can all see that behind us here, but it's just the fact that, again, it's a way to get kind of your own movie theater here in Suffolk, as far as you don't have to go up north to do that. You come right here. The price, you can't beat that.
No, you cannot.
You know, and Finding Dory, again, a great movie right there to catch up on. So again, we're already into the holiday season there, and I know we have another minute or so before we take our first break on the program, but again, let's talk about what else is coming up after that particular movie.
Well, the next is the third Saturday of December. We'll have the Children's Theater Group back
Yep.
here. And it's a wonderful Christmas story. It's Uncle Wigglily's Christmas story.
Right.
And that'll be here in the theater.
Okay.
And the tickets for that are $5. So again, you cannot beat it.
No. Now, Uncle Wiggily, you've had Uncle Wiggily here before, correct?
Absolutely.
Big hit, right?
It was an
Yes.
absolute hit, and we've had many calls about, can you do it again?
Requests.
Will you do it
Yeah.
again? And the Children's Theater of Hampton Roads is very accommodating, and it's a great interactive show for the children and families
Very good, and very affordably priced.
every day.
Well, you know, let's take this time, take a very short break. We're going to come back and again continue to talk about what's happening here at the Suffolk Center for Cultural Arts in 2016 and 2017. Lots going on. Stay tuned. Again, welcome back to On the Scene, coming to you again from the Suffolk Center for Cultural Arts. And before we leave the holiday season, we want to back up just a little bit to talk about an open house that's going to be taking place here. And Sandy, you're going to fill us in on the details on that.
Yes, in November, the 10th, 11th, and 12th, which is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we're going to be having a Christmas open house in Jester's, our gallery shop. And this is a wonderful opportunity for people to shop local and shop made in America,
Right.
because we will have work from artists all over the region, and there'll be great gift ideas and things that are different and not the same things. And for our open house, we'll be having some refreshments, and we'll be doing free gift wrap. So I think people will enjoy coming out, and it's
Right.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You can also come and have dinner here at the center at Mosaic,
Right.
and just make it a nice festive time. So we look forward to doing that, and I think people will be happy with their gift selections.
And it's price point wise.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it's all over the board. So it's affordable, and again, some unique gift ideas that are offered right here at the center.
And you talk about the fact that a lot of one-of-the-kind things that you're only probably going to find here, and the fact that you tap into local and regional and area artists that you can kind of bring their work in here. Again, a lot of unique things and a wide variety, really year-round, correct?
Exactly.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. And there'll be some beautiful paintings by Charlotte Chan upstairs in the gallery.
Okay.
That'll be good gift items also.
Perfect. All right. Good tips right here. And again, that's November 10th, 11th, and 12th, right?
Correct.
Perfect. Open house right here. Get your Christmas shopping done very early this year.
And free gift wrap.
And free gift wrap. Can't beat that. So again, we kind of get into the holiday season. We pass through there, so Christmas will be kind of behind us. But again, starting out the new year, you start out with some comedy.
We do. One of the genres that was mentioned on the survey
Right.
was comedians, and we've had a couple here prior. Jeannie Robinson was here a couple of years ago. That was a sellout, and then
Capital Steps.
Capital Steps
Yes.
was last year, sellout. So this year, it's a group that I had the opportunity to see at a conference 2 years ago, and I am so pleased to get them here. It's called the Black Pack.
Okay.
And they are hilarious. I guarantee you'll be laughing throughout the night, and you'll be laughing next week talking about
Right,
it.
right.
It's three young men who are bright, sharp, pick up. They interact with the audience. It's just a fun evening.
Very good. And again, tickets are on sale now.
They certainly are on sale right now.
And that's a perfect opportunity to talk about the fact that if you're looking again, we're covering a lot on this particular program, but the calendar that's available online at the Suffolk Center's website, and that address is?
110 West Finney, but
Okay.
our website
Yes.
is suffolkcenter.org.
And again, you can order tickets through the website, is that correct?
Yes, you can.
Or you have a box office here that people can come into to get them if they like to do it in person.
The box office is normally open an hour and a half prior to an event.
Okay.
But it is open during the week, Tuesday through Friday,
Okay.
9 to 5.
Very good, very good. So again, great way to kind of, throughout the year, again, as events kind of get added to the docket, you can kind of check in, get your tickets, kind of get your planning done, and again, look for some opportunities. And I guess we talked about Christmas. Tickets would make great gifts.
Great gifts,
So again,
wonderful
something
gifts.
else to tap into as well, in addition to the great offerings here at Jester's. So again, that was on January 21st,
Yes,
I believe.
it's a Saturday evening.
Okay.
The show is at 8 o'clock. And you can always call the box office,
Right.
get a gift certificate, get the tickets mailed to you, that sort of thing. We're happy to accommodate in any way.
Very good. Okay, then moving on, I believe January 26th, you have an author who's coming here to speak. Now, again, the theme of interior design, I think, would be a good way to tap into maybe what some of his books have been about. Is that correct?
He's written, I think, 5 different books.
Right.
And Sandy is very familiar
Right.
with James Farmer. He's a editor-at-large for Southern Living. He's a florist designer. He's home decorator,
Right.
and on and on and
Right.
on. Top shelf all
Right.
the way across the board. I've had several people say, how in the world did you ever get in, to Suffolk Center
Right.
for Cultural Arts?
Sure.
He's an amazing artist himself.
Right.
Sandy, you know him in terms of his work?
I have. I've seen his floral designs and met him personally, and he is a wonderful young man, very young man, and very talented.
Right.
And he does a presentation that not only do you see his talent and ability, but he's hilarious.
Yeah.
He pulls out the Southern in all of us.
Right.
And incorporates that into his talks.
Now, will that be held here in the theater, or are you going to have that in another venue?
Actually, it is going to be here in the theater.
It will be, okay.
It's an 11 o'clock
Okay.
during the week.
Okay.
There are lots of folks that are already chopping at the bits to see him here, but it is a daytime event that we
Right.
have.
Very good, very good. James Farmer, and again, that's coming up, I believe, January 26th.
26, 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock, okay. Then we move into February, and again, you kind of kick off again tying in comedy with juggling, which again, we think of juggling, we think of comedy, we put it together, and we get?
Mark Neisner. Mark is an amazing young man himself, and he takes it even a step further this time with
Right.
3D. You will see things that you've not seen before. If you go to our website
Right.
and see part of the clip, you'll be here. He's a comedian. It's a family show. The light works itself are amazing.
Right.
It'll be a wonderful day. And that too is a great family.
Correct.
Great program to bring in, a Christmas holiday thing, and something to look forward to
Yes.
when we're kind of down and out with
Yeah.
the winter doldrums.
That's right. Come inside of the Suffolk Center, get warm, and have a great show, right?
Absolutely.
Very good. February 11th, Virginia Opera.
The Marian Anderson story. If you have not been aware of Marian Anderson and her history, go Google and really look at this program. She's an amazing, amazing young woman who was the first to sing at the Metropolitan, the first African American to sing at the White House. The history of Marian Anderson is phenomenal,
Right.
and the Virginia Opera brings it to light. She was beyond her times and an amazing opera singer. So please do come down.
Okay.
It's an educational piece.
Right.
It's a wonderful opera. I so look forward to having it this year.
Very good. February 18th, Freedom Song. Now, again, that's talking to the Children's Theater of Hampton Roads.
It is. Again, that's been something that we've done here previously with the Children's Theater Group.
Right.
And the response has been marvelous. It's a great piece to do in February.
Okay, again, Black History Month, again,
Yes.
celebrating with both performances. I think you can tap into that. And again, keep the theme alive as far as certainly with that month targeting there. Moving into March, Chowan University Singers and the Men's Choir.
It is. Their choir and the men's choir will be performing here, and we have Charles and Juanita Pond is again sponsoring that.
Okay.
So it is a free concert.
Very good.
And it's open to the public. Again, we'd like to know a count, so
Of course.
we'd prefer that you have reservations,
Yes.
and tickets will be provided for that.
Very
but
good.
it is a free concert and a wonderful new director there, so we're looking forward to having Juan back with us.
And again, we're already into March. And Sandy, as far as what's happening with the galleries around that time of year?
We do have a new exhibit after Charlotte Chan closes.
Okay.
That'll be opening in January.
Okay.
And this is a new group that's going to be exhibiting here. And it's the Hampton Roads Digital Photography Club
Okay.
are going to be having a exhibit here.
Okay.
So that should interest a lot of the people in the area because everyone loves photography.
Indeed.
And then after that exhibit, we are doing a different type of exhibit. We're having, it's called The Spirit of a Woman, and all the artists will be female artists from more than likely the state of Virginia.
Right.
So we'll be focusing on both flat art, as well as pottery, jewelers, but they will all be women.
Okay.
And so that will be an exciting and
Yes.
different type of a exhibit also.
So a lot of different genres that represented with that
Exactly.
particular exhibit,
So
right?
photography
Okay.
in January and the Spirit of the Woman in February.
Okay, all right. And then, of course, we've already brought into March, as far as with what's on the calendar as far as here, the Rock and Roll Jubilee,
Yes.
which sounds bigger than probably it is, and again, a lot of things represented there, but tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I heard about this group 2 years or 3 years ago, and they performed in Richmond. The following year, they brought them back. They did 2 shows, sold out. Last year, they brought them back for 3 shows and sold out, and that was it. So we're bringing them here to Suffolk,
Right.
and it really takes place as a radio show.
Okay,
And it's full rock and roll, the ones of the 50s and 60s, if you would. We're really looking forward to having them, and I think it will be a sellout. We again have 2 wonderful sponsors for that show. Mike Duman's going to do it, and Margie Wiley.
Right.
And they're great community partners as well.
Of course.
We look forward to having rock and roll right here at the Suffolk Center.
again, it's tapping into that diversity as far as what the offerings are, as far as for the schedule that we've been laying out here today. And then April, Shrek the Musical, and again, that's very special because again, we're talking about local theater, correct?
Community.
That's right.
Again, 2 years ago, we had the opportunity to work with RPM, and we did 42nd Street. It was an amazing, amazing show, as professional as they come. And we're fortunate enough, again, to partner with Renee Perry Mitchell and her group over there. We held auditions here a week or so ago,
Right.
had lots of response from the community.
Very good.
And one wonderful thing about it, it's not a Suffolk program, it's a Hampton Roads program.
Right.
We had folks come in from all over, you know, Virginia Beach, Williamsburg, Richmond, on and on and
Right.
on. It's being cast this week,
Okay,
and we are so looking forward to it. It's a wonderful show itself.
Everybody likes Shrek.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody- what an
How could you
Igor.
not?
I was going to say, big and green, you just,
Yeah.
that's enough for me, so.
But beyond that, it
Yeah.
really has a terrific message
Sure.
behind it. We're doing 4 shows. So it's the first 2 weekends of April.
Okay.
So it's a Saturday evening show at 8 o'clock and then a Sunday matinee.
Okay.
So please bring the family. And again, it's got such a great moral story behind it. It's fun. It's a classic.
Right. So, okay, we have about a minute or so left to go in the program. I want to give you both ladies a chance to kind of, we call it a sales pitch, but just to encourage people to come on out to the Suffolk Center for Cultural Arts. If you've been here before, you want to come back. If you haven't been here yet, again, we've given you a multitude of examples and reasons why to come, but I'll let the 2 of you kind of close us up by saying what's so special about the Suffolk Center for Cultural Arts.
Well, I think one thing that Jackie mentioned is it's not just Suffolk, it is Hampton Roads.
Right.
And our digital photography exhibit is Hampton Roads. And our last exhibit is the Chesapeake Bay Art Association, which is Hampton Roads.
Got it.
And it's just a wonderful opportunity for people from all over the area to come here. And we have so many wonderful sponsors. Davenport is sponsoring our gallery exhibits this year, and that's a wonderful thing for them to do. So people have an opportunity to come here and see exciting things and learn about the arts and different music, and it's not expensive.
Right.
And the one thing I'll say, there were 5 key objectives with the survey that we did. One was speaker series. We have it, and it was very diverse, and it is very diverse. 2 is concerts. We have them free, open to the public. Comedians, we have 2 different ones that are off the charts.
Right.
Family entertainment, we have it here at the center. And 5th, community theater. It's here, it's community, it's all about participation within Suffolk and Hampton Roads. In addition to that, we host many other things throughout the year.
Yes.
And the
Classes.
classes are
Yes.
terrific. The partnerships are wonderful. And come visit,
Yes.
come participate.
Right. It's certainly not a question of what you do have, it's a question of what don't you have, I guess is a better way to put it, because again, the variety of things you can do, you can learn, you can grow, you can laugh, you can cry, you can do pretty much anything you want right here at the Suffolk Center for Cultural Arts. Again, encourage you to visit their website to see again the schedule of events, the classes, and all the offerings that are taking place year-round. So a great place to be right here in Suffolk and branching out in Hampton Roads as far as pulling in our area communities as well. Well, thank you ladies for joining us today, and again,
Thank you.
hosting us today, I should say. And that would do it for this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. We'll see you next time.